Most Christian marriages don't fail because of betrayal or lack of love. They fail quietly, often without warning, because of a money mistake that almost no one recognizes until it's too late. And the Bible already warned us about it, but very few couples ever see it coming. Think about this. You wake up one morning and something feels off. Conversations with your spouse are shorter, tenser. Decisions that once seemed simple, buying groceries, planning a family outing, even choosing where to spend the weekend, suddenly spark arguments. Bills are piling up. Stress is building. And no one is talking about it. But why? What changed? The answer is almost always the same. Money. Not just money itself, but the way it's handled, the trust we place in it, and the control it creates without us even realizing. It starts small. A credit card here, a loan there, a casual thought that says, "We'll figure it out later." One spouse wants comfort and lifestyle. The other wants security and savings. At first, it seems fine. Arguments are rare. The problem seems invisible. But day by day, it grows. Hidden spending, secret debts, and unspoken fears quietly erode the foundation of your marriage. Many couples think they are protecting their marriage by avoiding financial conversations. They believe silence is safer than discussion. But avoidance is exactly what fuels the problem. Money, when mismanaged, becomes a silent destroyer. The Bible calls money a tool, not a master. When we make it the center of our lives, even unintentionally, we hand over power, trust, and intimacy to something that cannot care for our hearts. So what is the mistake? Simply this: building a marriage on money rather than stewardship. Stewardship means managing what you have responsibly, planning together, and prioritizing values over temporary desires. When couples ignore stewardship and treat money as a secret weapon, a source of control, or the key to happiness, destruction follows. This mistake affects more than your finances. It creates power imbalances, replacing partnership with control. It kills communication, because talking about money becomes stressful. And it destroys intimacy, because financial anxiety creeps into bedrooms, conversations, and prayers. Couples often don't notice until love has been buried under tension, blame, and silence. If you are married, engaged, or planning a future with someone, this message is for you. Recognizing this mistake is not about shame, it's about awareness. Awareness gives you the power to change, to restore your marriage, and to ensure that money serves your relationship instead of controlling it. In the next part, we'll explore exactly how this mistake unfolds in real life, what consequences it creates, and how you can begin to correct it before it's too late. Now that we've seen how this money mistake quietly enters a marriage, let's explore exactly how it unfolds and why it can be so destructive. Many couples don't even realize it at first. It usually begins with small compromises, a late payment here, a hidden purchase there, or one spouse taking on debt without discussing it. Each small act feels harmless, but over time, they add up, forming cracks in trust and communication. One of the first consequences is power imbalance. When one spouse manages or controls the money, they begin to wield influence over all decisions, even unintentionally. Simple disagreements about what to buy, how to spend, or how to save slowly become battles for control. Decisions that once were made together now feel like arguments or negotiations. The natural balance of partnership starts to tilt. The second consequence is broken communication. Couples stop discussing money openly because they fear conflict. Conversations about finances become tense, or they avoid them entirely. Silence fills the space that used to be connection. And when money becomes a source of stress, even the most loving exchanges start to feel like judgment or blame. The third, and perhaps most painful, consequence is emotional and spiritual distance. Financial stress doesn't stay in the bank account, it enters the bedroom, the dinner table, family gatherings, and even prayer time. Couples begin to feel alone, even when they are together. Love remains, but resentment and anxiety slowly replace peace. So, what does the Bible say about this? It teaches us stewardship, responsibility, and honesty. Proverbs 21:20 says, "The wise store up choice food and olive oil, but fools gulp theirs down." While this verse talks about resources, its principle extends to marriage. Manage what you have wisely, together, and do not let short-term desires rule your decisions. Stewardship is not about having less. It's about shared responsibility, honesty, and planning together. When couples practice stewardship, money stops being a source of tension and becomes a tool for building a future together. It strengthens unity rather than creating division. Biblical stewardship also teaches discipline and accountability. It's about agreeing on priorities, discussing decisions openly, and keeping each other accountable without judgment or blame. A couple that practices these principles builds a foundation that can weather almost any financial storm. At this point, you might be thinking, this is all good in theory, but how do we put it into practice? That's coming in the next section. We'll explore specific steps and habits that can restore trust, strengthen your marriage, and bring peace to your home. You'll see that even if this mistake has already caused tension, there's a clear path to correction and unity. Now that we understand the mistake and its consequences, let's talk about what you can do to protect your marriage and use money as a tool, not a weapon. Awareness alone isn't enough. Action is what transforms relationships. The first step is open communication. Sit down with your spouse and have a calm, honest conversation about money. No blame, no judgment, just transparency. Discuss debts, spending habits, and your financial goals together. When both partners understand the full picture, trust begins to rebuild. Second, create a shared vision. Money is most effective when it serves a purpose. Decide together what you want for your family: savings, investments, emergency funds, or experiences that strengthen your bond. Make sure every financial decision aligns with this shared vision. When both spouses are on the same page, decisions feel cooperative, not combative. Third, practice discipline over desire. Avoid impulsive spending and prioritize what truly matters. The Bible teaches in Luke 14:28, "For which of you, desiring to build a tower, does not first sit down and count the cost?" Every purchase should be weighed against your goals and the health of your marriage. This simple habit prevents regret and conflict before it starts. Fourth, protect peace over appearance. In our world, it's easy to compare ourselves to others, trying to keep up with lifestyles that don't fit our reality. But chasing status often leads to debt and tension. Focus on your home, your marriage, and your family values. When you prioritize unity and peace, financial decisions become tools for growth, not sources of stress. Let's make it real with an example. Imagine a couple, Sarah and James. At first, Sarah loved shopping online for comfort items, while James focused on paying off debts. Silence and hidden spending created distance between them. But once they sat down, shared their concerns, and created a monthly plan together, trust and communication returned. They started saving for family vacations, managing debt, and supporting each other's goals. Money went from being a source of conflict to a shared purpose. Even if your marriage is already stressed by money, it's never too late. Start with small, consistent steps. One honest conversation, one shared financial goal, one disciplined choice. Over time, these small actions rebuild trust, restore intimacy, and create a sense of peace that debt and stress cannot touch. Finally, remember the spiritual side. God didn't design marriage to survive money. He designed money to serve marriage. When you manage resources with wisdom, honesty, and partnership, You honor each other, your family, and God's principles. If this message has spoken to you, take it seriously. Begin today. Talk, plan, and act. And if this video has helped you, consider subscribing so more honest, practical Christian guidance can reach you. Share this with someone who might need it, because awareness is the first step toward transformation.